is telling me, and he got charged, of course, which is telling me that his Zealot army is going to be pretty beefed up. Now, the main thing I probably could have done, of course, was go something that Zealots can attack, which I could have switched to Mutas, but at this point I was pretty late in the game. I was already getting attacks. This is a second missile attack for my Roaches and Hydralisk. Throwing down my second Evo chamber now because I feel I can supply it off of the 3 gas. But at this point in the game, I did not want to tech switch. If he attacked me during that tech switch, I would just kind of be screwed until I got those Hydralisks out. So I figured I'd stick with this Roach Hydra. I was pretty comfortable with it. But those Zealots, what are they going to get with Zealots? Of course, they're going to get Sentries. And you'll see where those Sentries come into play here in a little bit. Not to spoil anything, but getting decent saturation now. He does finally spot that Overlord, and he doesn't really get to do anything with it. And one thing right here that happened back here when I sent this Overlord, I just remembered this. I sent my Overlord in here just to kind of scout out. He immediately warped in two stalkers to try and like see what to try. Oh man, I'm sorry guys, I got a little tongue tied. To try and take out that Overlord, and there was one like right here and one like right here, and my Overlord was like right here about to take its way back out, but it was just kind of a dumb thing in my opinion, because he should have known that he couldn't take out that Overlord with 2 stalkers, especially with Overlord's speed. But oh well, it was his decision and he made it, so I don't care. Did pull my army out here only because I'm getting this 3rd expansion. I figured at this point he could have this expand, or he could even have this expand, which meant if a Protoss player gets ahead of you in expansions, you're pretty much going to be screwed. If he's even with you in expansions and he knows what he's doing, he's gonna be probably kick your ass here in a little bit. Not to be like brash or anything or use cuss words, but he'll destroy you. But still making Roaches, and mainly Hydras now. Hydras are so good against 4-gate, especially with these Roaches up front. Tanking for them. And we do have an engagement right here. Pretty decent army. Did finally get some Immortals, and my army got a little split up right there based on my rally point. I pulled my drones off the line, actually go in and attack right here. He does have a lot bigger armor than me, so mainly based on these Immortals right here. Those Immortals are just going to eat up my Roaches right here. He gets a great force field right here, guys. If you see that? Those Sentries, that's where they come into play. They split up my army pretty much completely. I kind of hesitate right here and try and get them out. I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't attacking that entire time. And he just still throwing down force fields. And I think I actually outnumbered him at the beginning of that battle. But right there with those Sentries, he split up my army like 2 or 3 times and just did a great job with those force fields. So he has pinned me to 2 base. And it looks to me like he doesn't want to engage this any further. He just wanted to take that expansion, and he felt comfortable pulling back. And I guess he's macroing up at this point. So I did pull my drones off the line. I guess that was a pretty good thing I did. And I accidentally didn't reset the rally point to like these mineral patches or my main or whatever. So my main is actually almost already mined out. I'm on just a few minerals left on my mineral patches. 200 or 300 at each, which is pretty low, but I did get the ground carapace level 1, and level 2 is going up now. I do have the missile tax level 2, and I decided to break through these rocks right here, because I decided at this point that if he attacks again straight in my front door, I feel I'm going to have a pretty good army advantage, because I'm not going to pump out any drones. Right now, he's probably probing up, and I decided at this point that I just need to get as many units out as possible. See, I'm getting Hydra. Yeah, actually, look at the production tab real quick. Hydra. I got 9 Hydras pumping out, and still some more Roaches coming out as well. So I decided at this point I need to break through these rocks, and whenever he decides to attack in my front door again, I'll go up in his main, take out his buildings that can do whatever, and we'll have like kind of a trade-off. So we'll see if that works out for me. I think that was my game plan in my mind at this point, if I'm not thinking of another game again. But that Carapace level 2 will help my units out very much, especially my Roaches. But yeah, at this point I've got a really nice Hydra force, which was really what I've needed the entire game to deal with his 4-gate. And these Roaches right here, as you see, like I lost a lot of Roaches in that last battle, honestly. But main reason I did that, and I did see his units right here, and I don't know what he's doing, but I expected him to. Well, never mind. Just go with it, guys. Go with it. But looks like I'm going to engage right here. I feel I've got a pretty good army against this right here. And I do engage, and we'll see how he responds. Oh, man, and he force fields all. Oh, my goodness. Terrible place for me to attack right here. I'm obviously going to lose all of these units right here. I just can't get any attacks in with these units right here because only on these zealots, not on this bulk force of it. He's got 4 mortals just ripping apart my roaches, and I decide I have to pull back again right here. And he looks like he's going to pull back too, and he does. So I'm pretty desperate at this point, guys. I'm like, he's got to be up on expansions. I know he's got this one. He's more than likely got this one right here because he's just had map control the entire game, and we're 20 minutes into the game. And at this point, it looks like I'm pumping out, just still pumping out roaches and hydras everywhere. Doing my best to keep my mineral and the gas count down, but can't get enough larvae out right now to supply it. But still sticking with this roach hydra. They are 2-2 now, so, well, yeah, now they're 2-2. Just got it done. Still injecting, got both my gases going now. I probably should, well, I don't know if I have, yeah, I probably should have pulled one of these gases off, one of these drones from these gases off over here. And I did do a transfer right there, so it doesn't matter anymore anyway. But my gas is getting pretty high above my minerals at this point. And when I say pretty high above my minerals, I don't really mean it's like really high above, but to supply, I mean, the only thing that I could use that much gas for that much minerals for would be Mutalisk, which probably would have been a good idea pretty much this entire game to switch to, but I'm hard-headed when I go build and want to stick it, so stick it till it works. So I know he should have the advantage without a doubt at this point. I know he has this expansion. I know he's still got his main. He's probably mined out his main. I feel that Protoss players mine out of their. I feel they mine faster, just in general. He doesn't have this one. I know this one now because I moved my Overlord over here to scout this one out. So I now know he has this one. So he's 2 expansions up on me based on. Well, he's not 2 expansions up on me. He's 1 expansion up on me, but 2 more than he needs to be on me. So at this point, I should have at least 3, maybe even 4 at this point, and try and hold. And you see right here, I said it's like impossible to have a ground force against someone. I was actually complimenting right there. So he's doing such a good job with his force fields, and it's just frustrating the mess out of me. And he replies, but he was a pretty friendly guy. He said, good game. He said he was real nice about everything. So props to you, JoeofArc, if you're watching this commentary. So yeah, you see my main's almost mined out, and right now you'll see what I do here in a little bit. It's kind of a desperation kind of thing, but he does obviously have a warp prism or something up here, and pulls in his zealots, and I pull all of my forces back over here, and I decide I'm at 196 out of 200 supply. I'm just going to take all these drones right here. Might as well go for an all-in push. So I apologize for the lag. Like I said, my computer sucks compared to Moose's, but I will be getting a new computer soon, guys. I'm going to be getting a spider wire? No, not spider wire. I don't know. It's a nice computer. But yeah, we'll be getting a new computer soon, so hopefully we won't have this lag problem anymore, and I can actually show y'all in HD and everything and all that. So right now I've got my drones in my army. It is going to lag for a little bit, guys, and I apologize for that, but I'm at 200 supply, so it's going to lag for me. All these animations going on at once. So I do have a pretty good drone force right here. We got 8, 16, 24 drones right there, which is just going to go beast mode on everything and anything. I actually have more drones now, so I've got a page and a half of drones, guys, that are just going to do some work. So I decide I'll wait for the rest. I've got a few more larvae popping out, trying to get a few more units out, and I do still have these guys. Oh, there they go. Pull those guys even, and I had 2 more on gas. I even pulled over. And this is my 200 of 200 army that has got to win me the game. So we'll see how I fare out. He did have these few zealots. Of course, he did have that warp prism. And at this point, I actually do not go for the rocks like I said I thought I did earlier. I apologize. Forgot about that. But looks like these guys are going to move out across the map, trying to find something to rip apart and do my best. So it's pretty much going to be a base race from this point. I'll give that up, and at this same time he pulls in with his main force. So So the good thing about this all-in attack right now is that I have some drones with me. I'm going to try and keep this from lagging that much for you guys. But I do have a lot of drones in my army, which is going to be favorable for me, just based on the fact that I can build another building anywhere I need to if I have to. If he takes out all of my buildings here and all of my buildings here, all I got to do is build like an assimilator here, an assimilator at this high yield, so on and so forth. What I should have done right here, honestly, in my opinion, well, actually, I did build an assimilator there, but I should have gone ahead and tore down this back rocks if he hadn't already. Take out this expansion, because that's got to be one of his only mining expansions left. I assume this one's probably almost completely gone, but he could even have the high yield at this point. I'm not sure. But, yeah, this is a pretty big Roach Hydra drone force, and we'll see what happens right here. He does have 2, 3 Colossus that are just going to rip apart these drones at first, but he doesn't have... I do send these drones in. That's the main reason these drones were in here, was just to tank all of these attacks from anything that was coming out. Drones are really good tanks if you got a really good force behind them. These drones are up here just tanking, and actually even getting a lot of attack in on these Colossus. Actually taking out the robotics bay now. Should have had them focused on the Colossus. I don't have much attacking it right now. Warps in some more zealots. But yeah, finally take out that Colossus. It was doing a lot of damage on my roaches, but you know, he does bring his army back to attack, and I decided I'm going to keep pulling up in his main, try and take out a few attack buildings before I engage him right here, because I don't want him to get good force fields off right at this point on my army, and he might anyway. So I should snipe these 2 Colossus real quick, because they just do so much damage to Hydralisk because they're light units. But do engage him right here on this ramp. He doesn't have good force fields on me right now, and these Hydras are going to do a lot of work on these sentries. Hydras are really good against sentries. You see the sentry right here has had 5 kills. He's a beast. He's a mentor. But he finally does get his force fields down, but I'm just going to keep attacking at this point. I feel I've got a decent army compared to him, and even if I lose this force right here, I've got this big force behind me to go ahead and take him the rest of the way out. So my army composition right here, he probably has, he's pretty heavy in supply.